It is the Hey Girl, Hey podcast on Urban Media today. Earl Thomas, y'all know who he is? You do now.
Now I do. Yeah, before I didn't, but now I do.
So Earl Thomas is he's with the Baltimore Ravens. He's a safety, 31. I don't know the stat. I don't know his stats. I won't tell you his stats, but
it doesn't matter.
Recently in the news, because his wife found him cheating, and out that he was with another woman via his Snapchat account.
Yeah.
So, like, how? Because Snapchat deletes after you open them.
She must be smart. She could teach a class, probably.
Maybe.
This is why I want Amber in to talk about this, because what had happened was she asked two of her girlfriends to join her. You know how we do when we get mad.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, come on, girl. I'm going to go with you, girl. That's why we going to get that ninja.
Mm-hmm.
That's right, girl. He ain't going to be treating you.
Mm-hmm.
Blah, blah, blah. So they found him at an Airbnb. She has Earl's gun, which was a 9mm Beretta. She only brought it to scare him. She forgot. She didn't know that there was a bullet in the chamber.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we don't know if the we don't know if the gun was registered in his name, because that's the situation. She was arrested, and she found him naked in a bed with other women.
Women. So wait, hold on. You said she went to the Airbnb, and that's where she found him
in bed with
naked with another woman, with other women.
Women, plural.
Okay. So she was going. Okay. Oh. Okay.
Yeah. So,
LaShawn, do you want to use your Law and Order degree?
Ting, ting, ting. Yes.
Like,
come on, Sean. Tell us what you tell us.
So, ladies. That's a tribute to Fred. Ladies. Yeah, shout out to Fred. This is my thing when it comes to that. You know, she was a very crafty woman, because those ladies that went with her and rolled up on him were the ladies that she probably got them to set up the whole Snapchat. That's how she knew what he was doing. Like he went to their accounts, and she probably has records, because one thing about it,
first time.
No, it's not. It's not.
No.
You know, she sounds like a woman at her limit. When you go and you roll up with your friends, when you follow him to an Airbnb, you're at your limit. You've already taken as much as you can. You lost it.
She did.
You lost it.
Yes. So this is my advice to some women out there. You're better than this. You're so much better than this. Nina, girl, he was messing around on you. And I'm not saying I know him. I'm just saying how it typically happens before you got with him. And you thought getting with him was a come up, and it really wasn't. It brought you down to where you should have never been.
Yep.
So now you got a record over what and over who and for what?
Her finger was on the trigger. Her finger was.
She was ready to kill.
Trigger. She was
ready.
There was a bullet in the chamber.
Yes.
I don't know if that.
So the gun.
I don't know if she's gonna get away with that.
So it's not going to go off. So the gun didn't go off.
No, thank God. We be talking about something else.
Right. And so, you know, she'll probably get out because it's Corona. So they're not trying to use those beds for some, you know, for crime like this. She'll probably do a house arrest. Yeah, you can do house arrest with a big home, you know, but you're still alone. You married a man that you're still alone with, because you're so alone that he had two other women besides you. Nina.
And that's just two that she saw. You know, that's probably multiple women. You know, that was just two she caught him with in the act. You know,
exactly. This disrespect that he has for her did not just occur to that time she found him. She's been built. I bet you, I put money on it. I put my 401k on it. And she's been knowing about this for a long time.
Yeah.
And she settled. So, you know, during this Corona time, Nina needs to look. Is that her name? Her name is Nick. Because I keep calling her Nina Thomas. Look to yourself for help. You don't need him. Detox him.
Well, I'm sure she's
Talk to
hearing
the
that
Lord.
now, but at the time, she was probably hearing, girl, you be taking care of them kids and you put in that work, because we have girlfriends that feed us those things.
That feed us stuff, yep.
And it get us all hyped up, and maybe she was drinking. We don't really know what happened.
Yeah,
right.
And we call those our ride or die girls.
Like, he could lose his job with the NFL.
Mm-mm.
And both it's not worth it.
We always call those girls our ride or die chicks. We be like, oh yeah, she's ride or die.
I am not.
Wait a minute. When Nina goes to jail, how much money they putting on her books? They riding off.
Y'all gonna come visit her?
Her man.
Mm-mm. Right.
First of all, that's why you've been a smart one in the crew. If you're the smartest one in your crew, you need to get out of that. There should have been a voice of reason. One of those girls should have said, girl, don't do that.
That's why you gotta have a friend that's a lawyer. You gotta have a friend.
You always gotta have a friend that's a lawyer.
Not a bankruptcy lawyer.
Right.
You need either a divorce court lawyer, you need a criminal lawyer,
on speed out,
an estate lawyer. Any of those friends, you need a friend that's a lawyer. You need a friend that's a doctor, that's a police officer, that's a lawyer. Something else. There may be another person. Or a meteorologist.
What's your baker candlestick maker?
You need a friend that's a meteorologist or a news reporter so that you know the tea and that you know how to dress when you go outside. That's your top five. You need that. She don't have the right friends. You can't have all the girls as your friend. Y'all all in the same boat.
And if those were really her friends,
no,
you know what I mean? They would have said, hey girl, listen, it's not worth it.
Don't do that.
Don't get yourself out of character for this man. That's the scary part about love and marriage. I had seen a meme earlier today on Facebook. You guys remember the incident with Jay-Z, Beyonce, and Solange, and they were coming out the elevator and they were acting real cool. Yeah, he's holding his face. And I just really sat her like, man, he really cheated on Beyonce, and it makes you think like.
But that was before Lemonade.
Yeah, that was before, right? Yeah, it was way before it, and it just really makes you think like, these men they set you up for failure, and then they make you look stupid, and then when you react, you're pointed at as the bad guy. I just feel like her reaction should have been different. You know what I mean? Like,
I'll tell you what I got after you finish. I'll tell you what I got.
Okay. I just feel like her reaction, it should have been something different. Me, I'm not the aggressive type, so I probably wouldn't have went over there with the gun and things like the third. You just got to move in silence sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, get you a divorce lawyer. He broke the contract by cheating. You know what I mean? Like, so you'll get you some money. And just go about your business. Like, I'm not getting myself out of character, husband or not, and stooping down so low because I found out my husband cheated on me. It's just not going to work. I can't do it.
Right on time. Our lawyer friend is in here right on time. Hi, Miss Amber.
Hi.
Yes. Hi.
Hey.
How are you?
Hey, girl.
Good. How is it?
I apologize because I saw that the invite said 7:30 and it was supposed to be at 7, so that was my fault. And there's the baby. Hi, baby. Amber, not you. Amber Owens is a criminal attorney, criminal law. Is it
criminal defense? Yeah.
Criminal defense. Thank you so much for agreeing to be on the show.
Yes. No problem. Thank you for having me. It's definitely a topic that I was interested in discussing.
Yeah. When we talked via text. Hi. We talked via text, and she says, about the baby. I said, all babies are welcome. It's not a problem. It's fine. It's a part of life. It's a family show, but we all have people in our lives, and I have my dog who thinks it's appropriate to jump on my lap when we're Zooming. So, and LaShawn makes fun of my dog, by the way, all the time. But we were talking about the Earl Thomas situation. Are you familiar with that? So we were kind of giving Nina some advice, saying that she needs to get a lawyer friend because the friends that she has are not good friends, and she needs to have a lawyer friend. LaShawn was saying she needs to love herself.
Above all else, of yourself.
If you were her attorney friend, Amber, what advice would you give this woman, Nina Thomas, who's probably going to go to jail? I don't know.
Yeah, I think I was reading up on it. I said, this is crazy. But, as a woman who has been in a situation before, I understand the heat of your emotions and being excited by a situation. But I think as her attorney friend, obviously she should have thought twice. Taking a loaded gun out to a confrontation. Taking a loaded gun out to a confrontational situation is only going to lead to more trouble.
But she said, I didn't know it was loaded. I took the magazine out. I thought I took the magazine out.
The gun, though.
I didn't know.
Right.
It's a gun.
Even taking a gun. The
fact that you took the gun is wrong in the first place. Yep.
The assault could be a knife. Right. Taking a weapon, period. That takes whatever crime or intent you have and put it to a whole nother level. Even if you knew that it had bullets in there, not having that weapon took it to a whole nother level. And obviously she has some friends that are all for the drama because they were willing to support her in her mission.
They ain't gonna go to jail.
I think a real friend would have stopped her and said, "Hey, sis, you might need to rethink the situation before we turn."
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something about her friends, and this is just because you don't hear of them getting arrested or getting anything on them.
Nope.
Her friends are the ones that set her up because they want her man. That's why they set her up. They want her man. They went with her to do that so they can witness it and they know when to dip in. That's all that was.
What about your
Those aren't friends. They did that to her. They set you up, Nina.
Oh, they let you down.
Got it.
All this
message.
Would that be considered premeditated, knowing that she tracked him up on his Snapchat?
I think it could definitely be argued. I think it definitely takes just an unauthorized entry up to the burglary, because I seen that she was charged with burglary as well, right? Because entering into someone's home without permission is a crime in itself. But if you go in there with intent to commit a crime, be it to cause fear or to intimidate or threaten, at minimum she went in there to threaten her, right? At minimum. So going into the home without permission and having that weapon just turns up her whole level of crime to another level. And that I think in the heat of the moment you can say that my blood was raised to such a degree that I wasn't moving with logic. That's the defense attorney in me, right? But I also know. Would I take her case? Yeah, I think she would. Yes, I definitely would. I think ideally she needs to understand that she's not walking away scotch-free because her husband wasn't the only one involved. There were other parties involved. So, and domestic violence, unfortunately, a lot of cases don't go forward when you have domestic violence and people are married and they end up wanting to work it out, which, their friends probably should have encouraged that, but that didn't happen. So even, if the husband doesn't want to go forward with the charges, you have someone else who's involved and of issue, the woman who's home. So she may very well want to move forward with the charges. So I think that is something she should have thought about.
Well, we're going to end this segment. We have another segment and we're going to get a little deep into this one because this is something that everyone is talking about. And I mean, Ahmaud Arbery was a 25-year-old unarmed black man, another unarmed black man who was gunned down in Georgia by two men, white men. Get into it just in case you just got out, you just woke up from a coma and you didn't hear about this story. We have attorney Amber Owens here. She is not covering this case. but we're just going to talk to her about the story, what we can do as a community. Are marches enough? Are protests enough? Are making t-shirts enough? Are we making enough noise? What do we need to do as a community and possibly stop this from happening? So we're going to come right back with attorney Amber Owens. It is the Hey Girl Hey podcast on Urban Media Today. Hang tight.